All right, let's talk basketball in the dark. I got a couple more errands to run. I tried to get everything done in the beginning of the week, but I still got to do a couple more things. But James Harden has expanded his destination list. And if you ain't heard, James Harden has been basically the talk of the NBA. He basically was at a strip club, but then he basically didn't confirm it. He said he went to a party, his homegirl party, and they were celebrating her becoming a boss. He was caught with no mask, but basically 8 of the Houston Rockets were not eligible to play the opener versus Oklahoma City Thunder. So basically, you know, it's not known if James will play their next game. I forget who they play. So, I mean, he didn't contaminate it or he contaminated the team, but he won out. And now the new teams that he's looking to go to are the Trailblazers and the Boston Celtics. So, you know, let's talk about it. Check out our NBA Talk playlist. We kind of inching back to going live. We almost, I wouldn't say almost there, but we getting close to getting there, man. But, yeah, I mean, he could have been way more civil about this than he was, all right? He could have just asked and said, you know what, can you trade me, please? I want out. And they probably would have did it, but now he acting like a crybaby. And because James Harden had full control of the Rockets. He controlled coaches, roster moves. You know, you read the articles about him, he controlled pretty much everything that went on in Houston. All right, and at the end of the day, it's like a kid. When you get everything you want and you finally tell them no, they throw a temper tantrum. You know, I mean, it's kind of equivalent of basically letting your baby sleep in the bed with you all the time. When they get, you know, at some point they get older, you say no, then they throw a temper tantrum. And, I mean, Houston just went about it all the way wrong. But as far as the fits, I love him in Portland. Him and Damian Lillard in the backcourt is gravy. You just got to get Damian Lillard to be a better defender. They got a rim protector in Nurkic, which they should have kept Hassan Whiteside. I didn't understand that. Whiteside signed for the veteran minimum with the Sacramento Kings, and maybe he wanted to start to get more playing time, but Hassan should have stayed. But then again, I think Portland match up better with the Lakers than they did last year because you got a fully healthy Nurkic, and then who really gave the Trailblazers problems was Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee. Now you don't have that length no more. So if you're able to ask James Harden and keep Nurkic, keep Damian Lillard, and keep Carmelo Anthony, then I think they in the game. You know, Damian Lillard, I think he gonna have to commit to being a point guard more and defending more. Damian Lillard is going to have to, in the regular season, be more like John Stockton, be more like Steve Nash, be more like Isaiah Thomas, be more like Magic. But then he going to be Mookie Blaylock on defense. He got to be locked down. You know, shout out to Mookie Blaylock. Remember, he recovered about a couple years ago from a bad crack. He got to be better defensively. Damian Lillard got to change his game completely. He got to go there and be the lockdown point guard and lock down the tools, you know. And if you don't become a better point guard and lock down, they ain't going to win nothing. But when the playoffs come right around the second round, he can beat Damian Lillard again. And maybe him being, you know, regular Lillard is really, really good. It's really good. Damn, her shit, man. It's really good for James Harden. So if he hitting shots and feeling comfortable, then maybe James can feel a lot more comfortable. I think the grocery store might be closed. Oh, no. I ain't never seen this shit this empty. So it might be closed. And if it's closed, tis. I think they close. So, it might not look good. It might not look good. Goodfellas Sports TV subscribers and people who haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button where it might be open. So, I don't know. Will they close? But anyway, I think James Harden in Portland would be a great fit. It's just Damian Lillard had to be more a facilitator. And Damian Lillard, but damn Nike store open, or the gym store, or the shoe store open. That's crazy. You know, I have to go back to where I came from. But, you know, I think it'd be a good fit. It's just that Damian Lillard got to commit to better defense and commit to being a better facilitator. And I think that is the key for him. And if he do those things, I think they're gonna win. I think they'll win. I think they can win a championship with that core. And then also, what's good about James Harden going over to Portland is that you got guys who hit big shots in their career, Damian Lillard and Carmelo Anthony. So, and Carmelo showed that he can D up a lot better than he's done in the past. Even at 36 years old, his might be one of his better defensive efforts last year, man. So, I mean, it'll be very interesting to see, how the James Harden. I like the Portland fit for James, and I think Damian Lillard can be a lockdown point guard defensively if he put his mind to it. So, I really think that's a good play for him. But, overall, that's a good fit. Boston, I like it. I love the Boston fit if they can keep Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum hit a big shot for them to win last night. Yes. Family Dollar, don't fail your boy. Nah, they open. All right, good for Family Dollar. But I think it's good for him in Boston. I think it's good if they can keep Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and give up Kemba Walker. That's what I would like. Like, okay, that's the truth if they can do that. But yeah, I think it's a good fit. But yeah, I mean, if they can keep Brown and Tatum, that's a great fit. But if they gotta trade Kemba, if they can give Kemba Walker in their trade, that'll work. But if they gotta do like Kemba and Jaylen Brown, I still like it. But then you can't trade Marcus Smart in that scenario, because Marcus Smart can lock shit down on the outside for them. I think they should go ahead and save PJ Tucker and get him as well. Get a guy that can grind, that can defend too. And and my first option, they can keep Brown and Tatum. That's cool. If you can get PJ Tucker too, you got some dogs, because what you know about Tatum, he can take the big shot, he can make them. You know about Brown, he not scared in the moment. So in that scenario, I think, that worked. But let's say they got to get Kemba Walker and Jaylen Brown. Keep Smart. You can get Tucker with him. Still got some dogs, because Tucker could defend, he can get after it. Smart can defend and get after it. And then again, you got Tatum, who ain't scared to take the big shot. So, to be honest, Boston might be the ideal situation right there with Portland. That might be two of his greater fits, in my opinion, just simply because with Boston, I give a slight advantage because they defend. And you got a big shot, big maker, and big taker. But if Damian Lillard don't defend, it's going to be the same shit with CJ McCollum. Y'all can get 40, 80, 100 points a game, but y'all giving up 107 points a game. So I think Boston is a better fit. But if they can keep Brown and Tatum with James Harden, they're going to be neck and neck with Brooklyn. Right there with Brooklyn. And the thing about Brooklyn will probably give Boston the edge is Tatum, Brown got durability, they young. And James Harden got durability. Brooklyn, KD, you don't know. Kyrie ain't never played 82 games. And another little thing, and it's one thing I was going to talk about too. And another thing, I say that. But about 82 games, I got a video coming about that next couple of days, maybe even tomorrow. But for them, they do that. But you say, all right, what if they got to get killed by Jaylen Brown? They can do that. They still gonna be right there. I think I'll give Brooklyn the slight advantage, and Philly, they be right there with Philly. So if I say Smart, Harden, they can get Tucker over there with them, and Tatum, that'd be a good team for sure. That'd be a good team. But I just like the fact that them having them dogs and Brown and Tatum on the wings and defending, and Harden at the point, and Smart in the backcourt with them. That's gonna be filthy, stupid filthy for them, man. But if you had me to pick from James Harden's perspective, for the best case scenario for him, I gotta say Boston. Him going east, you ain't gotta fight with them cheating for LeBron. You ain't gotta fight with Paul George or Kawhi. You ain't gotta fight with Denver, who lost to Sacramento last night. That ain't a good sign. You ain't gotta fight with those squads. But the East just as nasty though at the top. They just as nasty. Philly, they barely beat Washington last night. Heard Westbrook had a triple-double. You got Milwaukee. Toronto still there. Miami lost to Orlando, but they still there. Brooklyn. So it's just as tough. But James in the East, with Tatum in general, that's a nasty combination. People going to be, oh, no. They might go ahead and win that thing. they might go ahead and win that thing. So, if my Pistons ain't winning for a while. So, I don't have nothing against James, but James got to be the number 2 guy when the time coming with Portland and Boston. When the time comes, Damian Lillard the guy and Tatum that guy. So it is what it is. But hey, let me know what you guys think about Harden potentially going to Portland and Boston. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. All my social media links, subscription, fastest way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. We also got a Facebook group. All the links there. You want to make a financial donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description as well. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time.